What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Can We Talk? We would like to talk to you tonight about Married to Medicine Revenge of the Bride, episode 4. Again, y'all, we already know we behind, so we're not even trying to capture the whole thing. We're just going over stuff that we found interesting and that we want to talk about. And we hope that you will talk back in the comments below. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, I just kind of want to bring you into where we're going to be at in our first clip. But I think my partner has something she wants to announce before we get started.
Yes. So we love doing this. We really do. However, if at all possible, we would like YouTube to run us our coins. And they ain't been running us our coins. So, with that being said, I'm going to make this disclaimer. And YouTube and Bravo, please listen and stop with the shenanigans. We reside in the United States of America. And because we reside there, there is a thing called fair use. You should be familiar with it. However, maybe you're not because you're not running us our coins. So, with that being said, we are going to provide commentary, criticism. We did a little bit of research. We're going to do a little bit of teaching about these heifers. And we're probably going to do some news reporting because these heifers in real time is really cutting up. So, we might have to update everybody on it. But all four of those things was that four? Commentary, one, criticism, research, news report, five things. All five of those things will basically put us in the fair use category for using some of Bravo's clips. So stop playing and run me my money.
Run us our coins. All right, guys. So when we come into the scene that we're getting ready to go into, Heavenly and Jackie, they're going up to Phaedra's house, right? They want to talk about what had happened. Okay, so my homegirl having some technical difficulties on her end, but just keep listening. So they get up to the house. Phaedra running all over the woman, the little rocks that she got outside. First of all, not Phaedra, Heavenly can't drive. But when they get to the door, Phaedra's little dog runs out. Not a cute little puppy, but Jackie's scurrying and running over to the corner, right? Because she looking real cute in her mind. And Jackie know darn well she ain't scared of this little puppy. Jackie just nice, nasty, and she ain't want that dog jumping all over her. But I don't blame her, because I don't want nobody else dog jumping all over me either, right? But the problem that I had is Phaedra snatches this dog up, and she starts carrying this dog all through the house, and she's gonna come back, bring them some house slippers to put on. But she got on them same clothes that she been walking around the house with this dog and gonna fix them something to eat. Problem. But as they get to the bar and they sit down to get ready to eat their food, they start discussing the quad of it all. So
I'm going to
let's get
stop you
into
real
it.
quick. I'm going to stop
Okay.
you. Because although I don't like Jackie, I really don't like her. I'm gonna have to agree with Jackie on this one because I done did the same thing because I'm scared of dogs too. It don't matter how small the dog is, I'm scared and I'd have been running too. You know what? I wouldn't even went in the house. Once I see you got a dog, I'm gone.
Child, I love them, but I don't want everybody dog jumping all over me. And I darn sure don't want you carrying a dog around and then with them same clothes on with dog hair possibly all over them, make me something to eat. Thank you, but no thank you. I ain't hungry, child. Me and Heavenly gonna grab something when we leave here. So let's get started.
Yeah. Will she make an appearance? Yeah, but it's usually working in her favor. Will she call you back 6 weeks late?
That's all right. Here they talking about quad, right? And I think, and I'm not quite sure because we so far behind, honey. We've been binge watching this thing, and all the shows starting to run together. But I think what they were talking about is basically quad being their friend, and Jackie's like, she like her, you know what I'm saying? But because I think, what's her name? Phaedra was asking why haven't they reached out to her, and Jackie was like, we have reached out to her, but quad don't call back. Play the next scene.
Y'all are really
Let's see how
Quad's
Jackie really
friends
feels.
versus Sweet Tea. So let's correct Quad's friend. Now I like Quad. I definitely, but it's a hard word when I don't hear from you. The biggest problem we have with Quad is not available unless it works for her.
So my question is, after seeing this scene, because everybody is saying that, Quad is only available when she needs something. Heavenly gets very upset later on in the episodes because she feels like Quad is using her, and Jackie was the main one to help point that out. That Quad only calls when she needs something or when she needs to get back to recording, right? Quad does not reach out to the ladies. All the other ladies hang out and they're real good friends, even when they're not recording. They can't get in touch with Quad. Quad always complains that they never call her, but when they call her, Quad does not reach back. Quad always has 1,000,000,000 tons of excuses about why she doesn't, but she's always going to point the finger back at the ladies. Keep rolling.
I'm traveling. I'm just doing me. Not saying that I'm against you all, but I'm just doing me. What is wrong with me doing me? Nothing. If you guys want to travel, I don't charge you guys for wanting to travel and do your thing. That's your business. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like,
Everybody in
why
this chat keeps saying I want a problem. I don't want a problem. Well, we are not
who
going
wants a problem?
That's what somebody in the chat is saying. However, what I can't talk about is even when we got ready to start filming, we wanted to hear and connect, and we didn't.
Okay,
And
well
so
then.
that-
Jackie, you are the one, and never the two, babe. I'm so happy we talked about filming. So the reason why I didn't come on board in terms of filming,
I'm not talking about coming on board.
but did you say the word
I
filming?
don't
So
want you
let's
to
talk
break-
about this
I don't
filming.
want you to break any fourth wall.
Guys, y'all
But
getting this
then-
kind of
but
dark.
I-
I like my shit to be
People
funny.
have to understand because
Oh.
I never meant to mistreat you all. I'm telling you, I don't give a damn who's watching me right now. I never meant to mistreat you all, and I'm not gonna let somebody put that on me. If we're gonna talk about filming, let's talk about truly what happened. They already know anyway. They sat there and they knew that I had not signed my contract because they knew that there were some other things that I was trying to work out concerning the contract.
Right.
It was
And
never
everybody in the chat keeps
Hey,
saying, I don't want to understand. I want you to understand. That is how we felt. I felt. I'm going to speak for myself. I can't speak for the other ladies.
right.
At that time, misunderstood, misconstrued, whatever was missing at the time, it was still missing. And I don't want you to feel like it was a ploy to attack Quad. We all misunderstood each other.
Okay, Jackie. What I'm saying to
Okay.
you, it was never. Let me, Phaedra.
I will, baby. I will.
Let me do this.
Okay.
Because I'm tired of people trying to misconstrue my actions. It's not going to happen anymore.
I think we should move on. I really do. I really think we should let this go because I think we're not gonna get anywhere with this, right?
Yeah,
Everybody's feeling how
but
they
I want-
feel.
but-
So we're gonna let Phaedra move on, Quad. We're not gonna go into this because we got a whole reunion. We ain't gonna do all of this.
Yeah,
Phaedra,
but-
what you want to say?
Well, no, what I'm saying is I'm getting a notice that I have to cut this live.
Well, let's start at the beginning of that. So they're trying to explain to Quad how they feel. Quad never listens to understand. Quad listens to argue, right? She's going to always cut you off. She's going to forever be the victim, but she's never going to hear what the girls are trying to voice to her. And Quad is a user, straight up, point blank, and the period. She's so busy traveling here, there, and everywhere. Why? What's the problem with that? They're not saying that there is a problem. The problem is when you come and accuse them of not being good friends and saying no one ever calls you, no one ever reaches out to you, and they call you and they reach out to you and you ignore them until it's time to record. And then you want to come on and you want to play victim and you want to voice all the problems you have with them. You want them to shut the hell up and listen to everything you have to say. However, you never shut the hell up and listen to what they have to say to you. So, Quad, you are not a good friend. You don't know how to be a friend. So, therefore, you really will never have any real friends. You're only going to have people that's going to kiss your butt and let you have your way. Those are not real friends. A real friend going to check you when you wrong. They're going to check you when you off. And I wouldn't have it any other way because if my friends ain't checking me when I'm out of sorts, you ain't my real friend. How dare you see a goddamn brick wall and you let me run into it head on and you could have stopped me. That's what your friends are trying to do. However, you would not allow them to be friends. That's why your ass got voted off the island. Do you have anything you want to say? I think she's stunned. but I said what I said, and I stand on business. Anything else? Girl, I'm not. I'm not.
I have. I have nothing.
Okay. We can move on then. So now we're going to talk
24
about
hours before Sweet Tea's wedding.
Well, you paused, so I pressed play. I ain't know you was about to say something. Go ahead, girl.
Okay. So now we're getting ready to move on to Heavenly, and she wants to talk about her concerns over Sweet Tea's marriage to Dr. Gregory. And so we're going to roll the clip.
24 hours before Sweet Tea's wedding. And do you think she's ready to be married based on the bridal shower and how she acted out and all the things about the relationship? Do you have concern? Because I know I do.
The problem that I have with this is that Heavenly is talking to everybody except Sweet Tea about her concerns, right? She started when she started getting Sweet Tea drunk, she halfway kind of mentioned it and asked her. However, she never pulled her as the big sister she likes to pretend to be to everybody. She never pulled her and say, "Hey, honey, I have pause or I have concern about, you know what I'm saying, you and Greg going into this marriage, considering some of the things that you have told me." And she should have run down a list of problems that she had with her instead of getting at the pamper party and doing it in front of all her family and friends. And then again, because to me, this just sounds like gossip. It does not really sound like you are that concerned because you're not going to the source to talk to her about the concerns you have. And then you want to play shocked when you are no longer on the list. You roll the next clip.
Dr. G, he's not the one to be fighting on. He has some emotional, outbursts as well.
I apologize. Don't put your hands on me. Because you foolish.
We all know psychiatrists crazy too. So two crazy people don't work. Damon and I work because I'm the crazy one. And he not. You can't have two crazy people in the same household.
I agree. Now, this was total embarrassment for Dr. Gregory to be a psychiatrist and you are on national TV displaying yourself like this when you're talking to another therapist and this is how you're handling the problems with your wife. How are you ever helping anyone inside of your office when you don't know how to act your own goddamn self? I was so disappointed when I saw this display or this act that he put on. And this nigga had the nerve to be slobbing in the corners of his mouth. Are you serious? It's never that serious to get on TV and act a fool like that as a doctor that they like to claim so much. And so, Sweet Tea, this is one of the reasons why Heavenly had a problem with you going into, because like I said in my last video, Dr. Gregory will lay hands and hold you down, according to what Quad said. Now, that's what Quad said. We have not seen it. And he admitted that they had it out. They exchanged some licks and he held her down because he said she did something to him. However, Sweet Tea, you're going to need somebody to be sane. And the way you carried on at that pamper party, you went nuts. You went stupid. So if you and Greg in the house going stupid on each other, that's volatile and that's scary. And I feel like y'all probably need to get some real counseling or should have got some real counseling before going into this marriage. But Heavenly should have been a real friend instead of just, a friend for TV and told you that instead of telling everybody else. So that's my opinion. You have anything on that? I see you put your bonnet on, so it's boring to you.
So that bonnet wasn't necessarily boring. That bonnet was more so, I'm tired of Greg and the shenanigans. But no, I have nothing to say, but Heavenly does. Heavenly say, she said she had her reasons and she ain't gonna let child say that she wasn't really concerned. So this is what Heavenly said.
She sat
Go
there
ahead.
and the cameras was going, and she said that a lot of stuff that Quad said about Dr. G was true. She said that
I'm listening.
ignorant, so I'm gonna keep asking questions because she talking. So I'm like, so like what? And she said he was controlled. She said a whole lot. I'm not gonna get into what did not come on the TV.
What did she say anything that they did not air that made you concerned for the state of her upcoming marriage to Dr. G?
I mean, you know what? I ain't trying to be messy, but yes, and that's why I was so concerned. I was like, girl, you sure you want to do this shit? Because y'all got to understand, I know Quad, been knowing Quad over 10 years, probably 12 years before the show. I knew Quad, right? But when they pitched the show, I knew Quad. So every aspect before she got married, while she was married, I know a lot. So I know more than you, Sweet Tea, that you don't even know.
Ooh.
But you should have told her. And you didn't. You were too busy telling everybody else except for the person who really needed to hear it. Now, whether she would have received it from you or not, that would not have been your problem. But if you're going to be the big sister that you claim to be, you should have told the woman, Heavenly. That's just my opinion. You should have told her. All right, we can move past them because they bore me.
So we're going to get into Greg and Sweet Tea. Not so much about the age gap support group, but more so about the age gap because these two are 23 years apart. So before I get into what they said, I want to ask you a question. Since you have a daughter, how would you feel if your daughter brings a guy home that is 23 years older than her?
I would think that he was a Chester the child molester, and I would not be happy about it because my thing is, what do y'all have in common? You know what I'm saying? I know one thing that I absolutely love about my husband and I is that I can start singing a song from back in the day, and he can catch it. Sweet Tea ain't gonna be able to catch nothing Gregory is spitting out unless they're doing some mumble raps. That's all she probably know about these days. But you can't catch the hip hop and all the good stuff from back in the day. Everybody know Biggie, but can you go further than that? Can you go back to Run DMC, back to Gregory's time? Nah, I don't think so. So we have a lot of, things in common because we're close in age, right? And so we know about a lot of the things that happen around our same time of growing up. They ain't got nothing in common. What they got in common, really? So to me, I wouldn't be comfortable with it if my daughter brought home an old ass man, especially him being older than me. I'm looking at both of them like, what the hell is going on? What is this? And where the damn cameras? Because no.
For you
That's
to
just
be
my opinion.
23 years old, for him to be 23 years old when she was coming out the womb, to me, it's crazy. But here's what she had to say.
Age difference between me and Letitia is 23 chronological years.
When I first started dating Gregory, my mom, she wasn't too happy about me dating an older man. He's actually 5 years older than my mom.
Say what?
You heard her.
I didn't want to do the whole clip because you know how YouTube and Bravo be acting. But he's 5 years older than her mom, and he's also older than her dad. If she like it, I love it, I guess, because I couldn't do it. But you know who else has something to say?
Ooh.
Carlos has something to say, and I want to let him speak, and then I want to get your take on it because he might be on to something.
Okay.
Listen, Dr. G, in my opinion, any man that gets with a woman who is more than 20 years younger than them, he has a high level of immaturity, and he needs somebody to be on the same wavelength in terms of his mental state, right?
And that's why he goes younger and younger.
That's why he goes younger.
Y'all saw how he fell on the floor acting like a cockroach, right? Like he had been sprayed with Raid. I agree with Carlos, and I don't like Carlos for nothing, but I agree with him 100% in this one. He's very immature. He's very childish. And yes, he needs someone that, one, he can groom. Can we say grooming? Two, he can manipulate because she's very easily manipulated. And three, somebody who's very childish, just like him. And that's exactly what she displayed at her pamper party. That she's very childish, very immature, and that's what he displayed when he rolled around on the floor in front of the therapist, acting like a roach that had been sprayed with Raid. So I agree with you, Carlos, and that doesn't happen often.
Well, there you have it. So, switching gears a little bit, you know what? I'm not even going to introduce this. I'm going to let these clips talk for themselves. I'm going to show 3 of them back to back, and then we're going to get into it. So, here we go.
Hi.
Look
How
at
are
you.
I'm
Good, so good to see you. You look amazing.
Well, thank you.
Where's Curtis?
In the Dominican Republic.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm so glad you made it.
Rules for the stripper party is don't touch.
Bella. My wife told me to bring half of my money home.
He knows that he'll lose both of his hands, both of his feet.
Hey, my wife carry a gun. Oh.
I miss my husband. I wish he could have been here today. It makes you think about your own wedding when you see this and that feeling and the ooh and the ah and the oh you had. But he is in the DR working on a project. So I don't have to be party enough for the both of us.
Jackie, paging Dr. Jackie. We're going to need you to come to the front of the congregation. So let me get this straight. Episode 1, which we just saw, Curtis could not come to the hoedown, which was the engagement party, because he was in the Dominican Republic. Okay, fine. But by episode 3, he was back in Atlanta 2 days before the wedding at the bachelor party. But in episode 4, which was 2 days after he was in Atlanta for the bachelor's party, you mean to tell me 2 days after that, this nigga is back in the Dominican Republic and can't be at the wedding? Girl, something is not adding up. The math is not mathing. The locations are not locationing. What is going on with Curtis? Is he really in the DR? Which I think these episodes prove that he isn't. Or is he in the DR? Inquiring minds want to know. And does DR mean Punani? What you think?
Oh, well, a little parched here. I do not think Curtis is in the DR. I do agree with you. He may be in DR, but he's not in the DR. And it's very convenient how he shows up for the bachelor party, and then there's going to be another party or something with just the guys in the future show that he's going to show up to, and that this wedding was only 2 days after the bachelor party, but he was already gone again, and he could not be there with his wife with all her little chi-chis out. Okay? So I just don't believe anything Curtis says, and I honestly believe that Jackie and Curtis are playing in our face. I feel like Jackie has decided to let Curtis cheat in peace as long as you make me look good, Curtis. Because remember, when she gets upset with Curtis, she speaks in syllables. Curtis, do you understand me? Well, obviously, he did not understand about you keeping your hands to himself, but you still let him keep them because he still got both his hands and both his feet. So, Jackie, those syllables ain't working. You're going to have to do something better than that. That's all I have.
He might be following instructions. She told him to keep his hands to himself. She ain't say to keep that D to herself. Loophole.
But his hands were not to himself. He grabbed Bella around the waist. And who else knows what else happened when them cameras weren't up?
Okay, well, he can't put the hands on her, but he could put the D on her. I mean, the D in her.
Long as he does
Loophole.
it respectfully. Long as it's respectful. Just do it respectfully, Curtis. Okay. I can't fool with Jackie. I just don't believe nothing she's saying these days. I just don't. I'm sorry, Dr. Jackie, but
Well,
that just does not look good.
we shouldn't believe anything she says. I mean, look at what's going on right now with her little scandal. She is not to be trusted.
No, because she says now what I've been noticing, and see, Heavenly is really not your friend. Heavenly is not the type of friend that you would really want because a lot of stuff that you tell Heavenly outside of the cameras, and when y'all off to yourself, that's supposed to be between you and your friend, she brings it back to the camera and she's going to spray you in front of everybody when she's trying to make her point. And Jackie said that you're just using me, and Jackie be stuck there looking stupid like heifer. But she does it all the time, Jackie. And it's not the first, the second, or the third, and nor will it be the last. So, Jackie, you sneaky. Heavenly's been spraying you. And it seems like she's pulling the cover off you, honey, because this little facade you've been running around with, like you're just so above all the bull crap. You keep up a lot of crap behind the scenes. And it showed up who you really are when you're with Heavenly. It showed up on her live. We see you, Dr. Jack Walters. Okay. Next scene, please. We are at the wedding now. And let's just hear what they have to say.
Good old y'all married.
8 years. They had been together since 12th grade.
So on here, my God, Simone, it was talking to Heavenly about her and not Heavenly, Phaedra about her and Apollo's marriage, right? She thought Phaedra was finally opening up and telling them something real about themselves. But was Phaedra really lying, or is Phaedra also a Chester the child molester and a groomer? Because she said, not us, she said, if y'all want us to play it back, we will. But she said her and Apollo had been together ever since, did she say the 12th grade? They've known
Let's
each other
run it
since the
back.
8th. Okay,
We're going to run it back.
let's run it.
Good old
Y'all married.
8 years. They had been together since 12th grade.
She said they were together since 12th grade. Now, Phaedra's 50. Apollo is what, 45?
Yes, it's right here on the screen. Y'all see that? 50
So,
and
who was in the
45.
12th grade? Were you in the 12th grade? Because that would have made you, what, about 17, 18, and would have made Apollo about 12 or 13. Y'all been together since 12th grade? Or was he in the 12th grade and he was about 17, 18, and you were about, what, 23, 22, 23? Phaedra, can you please stop being a liar? Because this does not look good for you. Are you a groomer? Are you a Chester the child molester? Or are you just a liar, like you have proven since you've been on Atlanta Housewives? I think you're a liar. Well, I don't know, because you got little young Benji playing around in your house too. So, mm, Phaedra, you like these little
Here's
boys?
the Here's the thing with Phaedra. I search and search for the clip, but I don't remember where I saw it. And it had to have been like right after they divorced. So it's been some time since I saw the clip. But I was on YouTube right after they divorced, watching something, and who was it? She was talking to somebody. I don't remember who she was talking to or what the like overall video was about. So let me just go ahead and say allegedly, because I ain't got time for people playing no games. But basically, allegedly, Phaedra was in her car going to and fro or something. Apollo was on the side of the road, flagged her down, and that's how they actually met. And I believe she was around 25, 26 at the time. So where the 12th grade even came from, especially when you're 5 years older than him.
Phaedra.
Allegedly.
And I remember that was on Atlanta Housewives, and I'm not sure if she was talking to Nene I'm not sure who she was talking to, but I bet you I'll go find that clip because Homegirl definitely said that. But she told a fat, quick, hot lie right there and said, we've been together, since 12th grade. And I'm sitting here like, girl, the age difference. The age difference. You might not want to say that. Sometimes you need to vet your lies, okay? That's just all I got to say about that. Oh my
And
God.
if we can find the clip before we post this, we'll insert it right here. But if don't nothing come up right here, we ain't found it before we uploaded the video. Okay?
Okay. Okay. So this next scene is going to be
No,
Heavenly.
no.
It's not Heavenly and Carlos talking?
Yes. Oh, I thought you was moving on to another scene, but they gonna address Miss Phaedra lies.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's Heavenly. I
Okay.
watched them, girl, when you sent them to me. I did my
I
homework today.
ain't know if you had time to open it because you didn't respond back, and I didn't even know if we were still gonna record because I kept saying, "Are we gonna record or do you want to change it to tomorrow?" And
I
I
didn't see
got
that. I
crickets.
didn't
I was
see it.
like, "Okay, well, I'm a hush and let you do your thing."
Oh, go ahead. Play the clip. Play the clip.
Phaedra is good TV. And the thing with Phaedra, which is why we all collab at this alleged white lie of meeting Apollo in 12th grade, is because it's funny. And at the end of the day,
more of that. It's gonna be a lot more of that, Carlos. Just keep watching.
she gives more.
Oh yes, doozies. You're gonna be like, God damn, Phaedra, really? And you know they got footage from Housewives which they gonna use.
Yeah.
Like, since you can't really lie because they know you doing it, so they finna bring footage.
I can't wait to see that. Heavenly
I
tells
can't wait
all
either.
honey. I love when she come on and she spills the tea because she gonna spill it all. Her big mouth, her motor mouth, she telling it all, but she ain't gonna tell her business though. Anybody found out about that grandbaby yet? Does Heavenly have a grandbaby? Because we still want to know. Okay, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, go look at our last video. Okay, because it was some infamil milk, and we need some information. So y'all people know how to get the news. Can y'all bring us some tea? Thank you. Next on the docket.
We're gonna talk about Miss Heavenly being disinvited from the wedding. Well, you know what? We not gonna really do the talking. We gonna let all of them doing the talking because some people done got on the live and said a lot of things. So we gonna play a few clips from the show and then we gonna let the people tell what actually happened. So here we go.
I told Johnny to take Heavenly off the list because my maid of honor told me that Heavenly was talking about my marriage.
I'm not invited to the wedding.
Okay. So Sweet Tea said, you can't come in. But let's see if that's actually what's gonna happen.
That girl is like a little snake. She just slithered her way in. She said, I am going to see this wedding happen. How the hell did she make it through security?
Did you see the way Cecil was laughing? And the
Girl,
way Jackie
Cecil.
looked back?
They are so messy. They are so messy. But Sweet Tea, this just goes to show you, honey, you are not in control when you on a show. They control what happens.
Pause. So in the last episode, I had to call Johnny to the front of the congregation. Johnny, come back to the front. Johnny, we need you. Paging. Johnny, come on back to the... Oh, okay, I see you. You are... Oh, yeah, just put your little church finger up and tiptoe to the front. Oh, okay, take your seat. Johnny, can you tell us what happened?
So whatever transpired between Sweet Tea and Heavenly, I received a message that morning that said that an email and messages went out to inform Heavenly and her team that they are no longer wanted at Sweet Tea's wedding. And I also received a text message from Sweet Tea that says, do not let Heavenly in. But it says if she manages to get in, don't make a big scene because she'll deal with it. Because she wanted peace for that day. Now they put me on the spot to go to Heavenly to let her know that she was not on the list. And so Heavenly couldn't believe that she wasn't on the list. She didn't want to believe the email and the text message that she received was accurate. So she just knew that, well, since her husband and Greg are friends, that they on the list. So when they got there, they were sadly mistaken. And so they called me on walkie. He was like, "Hey, Johnny, there's a situation at the check-in. Can you go upstairs?" And I went running up the stairs. And I'm like, she was like, "Okay, well, are we all?" She was like, "Are we on the list or not?" I'm like, "Well, the bride said I was informed that the bride did not want you here."
Dang.
And she didn't know how to take that.
So how do we go from her not being on the list to her bebopping her way down the aisle, I guess managing to get in, as you mentioned?
So Bravo asked me to run something, run the marriage certificate in, right? To distract me so that the producers could slide her in through the back. So that's why my team, they was like, they tried to hit me on walkie, said, "Hey, they let her in." I said, "Well, don't let her go past the second row in the back."
Why? Okay, paint the picture for us, because the scene reminded me when Nene Leakes, season 1, episode 1 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, went to Sheree's birthday party at her house and was told by the security guard, "You are not allowed to come into the house. Your name's not on the list." It reminded me of that. When you were told your name is not on the list, real talk, what went through your mind? Did your mind go to, these fucking producers set me up? What was the first thought?
I thought it was funny. And then I knew Toya had to have known. I said, "You old dirty bitch." Because she just got so much joy. I'd say, "Oh, you ain't on the list, girl. Why? Oh, girl, wait a minute. She not on the list. Wait a minute. Look again. Bitch, you know I'm not on this damn list." I get to the wedding after leaving my baby girl, which is way more important to do this. And bitch, my name ain't on the scene. I'm telling you, when the little boy told me I wasn't there, I was like, cool, I'm out. Them brother Tuckers ran and got Heavenly. You can't leave.
Who convinced you to stay?
Can I say it?
The production. I'll say it. Did production make you stay?
They said, "Heavenly, you cannot leave. Please." They begged me. I swear to God. They said, "Heavenly, please don't leave. We can't have this scene without you, Heavenly. Heavenly, you're an intricate part of this scene. We got to get you in there, girl. We got to get, and I'm going to do my job. Like, bitch, that's what I came for. So I do, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. So they bring me in late while they saying about, now let me tell you something. That was the quickest freaking run. I don't know if they paid the 10 grand or what, or the preacher had to leave. I don't know what the hell happened. Phaedra got the preacher, because I kept saying, how the hell Phaedra get in? And I didn't get in. Phaedra said, "Listen here, sweetie, I brought the preacher, and if I go, he goes too. So we won't have no damn wedding here without me being in it." And I was like, "Oh, this bitch is, okay."
Well, some tea has been spilled, but that ain't all. Hold on.
All I know is I got in late, and the shit was funny. Because you tried to keep me out, and you couldn't. And the people gonna say, "Heavenly, why would you want to come into a wedding that you weren't invited to?" Bitch, I was invited. Just not by her. The people that paid for that wedding wanted me there. I was invited. I got an invitation. And if you want to do some shit like that, learn the game first. You don't know this shit.
Well, I can always appreciate Heavenly little messy lives with Carlos, because they gonna drop some stuff. But we gonna switch gears and we gonna go to Phaedra live that had Gregory and Sweet Tea, and we gonna see what they had to say. Oh, and Simone and Cecil was on it too. So here's what was going on over there.
Damon and Gregory are cool, but my bridesmaid, Jasmine, my maid of honor, told me that pretty much Heavenly had said some stuff talking ish about me
when I was in the bathroom when I was having that mental breakdown. So you don't take a woman when they're down. So I had an issue with that, and I was like, you know what, go ahead, let's take her off the list. So it's just like, and the next morning she did text me because I went back and looked at the text yesterday, and I was like, oh, okay, but I was busy that morning too about it. Really, I didn't care because it's just like you was the main one, he laughing and stuff like that. You've been talking about Quad behind her back, so it's like now all of a sudden you trying to hug her and all that. So I don't have time for all the fake stuff. So I just whatever. I just didn't like how she was doing that. So I was like, you waste my time. I felt manipulated by her. So if you waste my time and you come in my house just to talk about it and all that, like yes, you're gonna take a shower, you're gonna get dressed, you're gonna drive, you're gonna drive, you're gonna waste some time, and when you get here, you're gonna get turned around. It is. So I didn't care. I just didn't care.
So, Sweet Tea, you did not send an email or a text to Heavenly because you didn't care. You wanted to waste her time. Oh, Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea. You wrong, but you petty and I like it.
Oh my gosh.
But that's not all. There's more.
But I was mad at you, Phaedra. You got blocked a little bit too. I know.
You got like you out there, honey. I know I ain't been off no list, child, honey. Y'all better put y'all reading glasses on.
I didn't want you to pull no silly stuff. I was like, I don't know what was gonna happen.
Oh, so you were mad at Phaedra, but you knew you couldn't take her off the list because you know that Phaedra be coming with the shenanigans. Ooh, what you think about that?
I feel like she knew Phaedra would have pulled that preacher, and she wouldn't. Her and Gregory would have been looking stupid. She know who to mess with and who not to.
But wait, there's still more.
I didn't know that they were talking smack. I didn't know she was talking crap about our relationship, though. I never knew that. You never told me that. I thought you had a problem with what they were wearing. I thought that's why they couldn't get into the wedding. I thought you said something about. I didn't know they were talking about.
I didn't think they were dressed appropriapely. I did think they looked like they was going to a funeral.
Letitia, did you say you thought they were going to a funeral?
They were dressed like they was going to a funeral. No, I just thought
Wait a minute. Let's go back. What did Damon and Heavenly have on? Let's run that back and see. Did they look like they was going to a funeral?
That girl is like a little snake. She just slithered her way in. She said, I am going to see this wedding happen.
How the hell did she make it through security?
Oh, is she talking about because they both got on all black?
She better be glad she got Dr. Damon out the scrubs because Dr. Damon always has on his scrubs, okay? So be glad that man showed up in some slacks and a sports coat. Shut up, T.
Well,
and Dr. Heavenly had on her go get it girl dress. So she can hush.
Well, you know that Phaedra do them lives on Sunday during the actual Married to Medicine episode. What they do that for? Because this live with Heavenly and Carlos is the day after. So you know Heavenly had even more to say. So let's run and see what was we just gonna run this and see what Heavenly was talking about.
To show her wedding, to show up Quad, whatever her reasoning was. But they made the wedding about me. I'm working in the midst of they shit, they big shit. They talk about me, they showing me walk in, and I'm giggling. I think it's funny, bitch, yes, I'm here. What? Contessa laughing back there. Contessa laugh. Simone them looking at me like, bitch, what the hell happened? Toya, this old messy thing. She knew I wasn't on that list. I think she probably helped the little girls take me off the list. And then the dude with the tight suit, what you call him, Johnny?
His name is Johnny.
Ma'am, you're not on the list. You're not on the list. We can't let you in. Bullshit.
Well, there you have it. Miss Heavenly. Miss Heavenly said, you did all of that. I got in anyway because you can't keep me out because Bravo said I could be up in here. And then Bravo, the way they recorded and edited, they made it my day and not yours. Ooh.
Now let me ask you a question. Do you think Heavenly Crazy Behind really got back there and did her look laugh at the wedding, or do you think they edited that in?
I'm hoping that they edited that in, but she might have did that because the way Cecil was laughing was hilarious.
Girl, these women are a trip. They are. It's like you can take the girls out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the girls. So I'm sorry. Like, what's her name? What's her name? Heavenly always say, "Girl, I'm Miami bad. I'm City Girls bad." She is. She is Miami and City Girls bad. And Sweet Tea is country as all get out. She is country, country, country. Simone, you can tell she ain't really used to having much either because she don't know how to act. And I don't know why Dr. Jackie. She just, I don't know much about her, but she is very pretty and try to act so proper and all that stuff. But I ain't buying it, Dr. Jackie.
That's
You
a
good
spirit
too.
on her. That's a spirit on her. But we not gonna talk about that because the few viewers we have are gonna be they gonna be mad at me.
Yeah,
should I do it? Or should I
Go
be quiet?
ahead. I wouldn't, but go ahead.
I'm gonna be quiet until further notice.
Okay.
I might hit them with that in an episode or two.
Okay. Well, y'all, that was the end of the episode. Didn't too much happen in this one. It was mostly about that wedding, which was boring, and it took a lot for us to find some clips that we really wanted to talk about. But hopefully, episode 5 will bring something better, okay? Because that's the resurrection, honey. That Quad is going to we're supposed to rise up like a phoenix and make a fool out of herself. So we will talk to you guys on the next video. Okay. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Deuces.